And then the next one that I saw was fucked up hand jobs, which my follow-up question is always going to be, how do you fuck a hand job up?
Well, that was literally the first scene I ever did. And this is right before I was officially in porn.
Okay.
This is in 2009.
Okay.
I am definitely a civilian. I don't know porn.
So you just started out with hand jobs first.
So how the fuck is it not a fucked up hand job? You know, like before that, I don't think I've ever done one before. So,
really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, not like consciously doing it. Like, yeah, maybe a boyfriend here and there. I'm just like yanking it, sucking it a little bit. But like, never like, this is how you do a fucked up to the camera, you know? Like, it was fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how embarrassing. It was pretty basic.
I'm Thom Naylor. Hanging out with porn stars and showgirls is fucking awesome. But how much do we really know about them? Join me on the Side Piece podcast, where we sit down with them and hear some of the craziest stories from inside the industry. I look forward to seeing you, and follow me on the Side Piece podcast.
All right, everyone. Welcome to the Side Piece podcast. My guest this time is going to be one of the country's biggest porn stars. She's won many awards. She's been all over the place. She's got many titles. And we've been friends for a long time, and I'm so glad to have you back. It's Vicki Chase.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Thank you for having me back.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad. Last time we didn't get to spend a lot of time together.
No, it was kind of rushed, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Christmas.
It was Christmas time?
Yeah, you were my Christmas gift.
Meow.
I opened you and then put you back.
Yeah, like, okay, bye.
Yeah, it was great to have you the last time, because it was last minute that we scheduled everybody. Because I had gotten the call sheet and I was like, I want this one, this one, this one.
Oh, yay.
But then we couldn't do a podcast because we just didn't have time.
Right.
But I got you back here finally.
Yes, well, thank you. I'm glad
So
to be back.
how have you been?
I've been good.
Yeah?
Staying busy some, for
Life
sure.
treating you well?
Yeah, I can't complain.
I just got news that you are part of the 40s Club.
That's right.
I know. I hate to spring that on you right as we open.
Boom. No more hiding.
That's right.
No more hiding.
She's 40 and ready again.
Ready.
She's regressing,
I am.
in your own words.
I'm forever 29.
Forever 29.
Okay, maybe 31. But whatever.
That's okay. That's a good range.
I'll take it.
I will take that too. I'll be 55 this year. So.
Well, you don't look it, sir.
Yeah, every time I think about it, I think, 55? Are you kidding me?
You know who else is 55?
And I think of my spouse. I'm like, thank God they're 25.
Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
She's still shaking her ass, international and all.
I just can't wear the drop tops.
Oh.
I don't have enough cleavage.
You know? With us.
Yeah, see? Now tell me, so that categorizes you into the MILFs Club.
Uh-huh.
Are you embracing it?
Well, I am a dog mom. I don't know if that counts.
Oh. Is that...
Maybe.
Right.
But okay. I just think that MILFs are such a, like... when I picture MILF, I'm like somebody with big boobs and, like, you know.
See,
like,
I think I have the same problem you do, because that's what it used to be.
It used to be that.
Used to be that.
Okay.
Now I think MILF is I think it's a more sexually developed character in the porn industry now.
Yeah.
I think their MILFs are what really everybody wants.
Yeah.
Secretly and openly.
Yeah.
Because I know the guys that, even that my spouse is around, they like MILFs. That's what they're into.
Experienced women.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fun.
See?
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, take it.
I'll take that title.
Embrace
because,
it.
yes, I have experience. Yes,
yeah,
I'm
maybe
fun.
just before, every guy didn't want to say, like, oh, I liked older women. Or, they all wanted to be, oh, I want this fresh, young, inexperienced, crazy, wiry porn star.
Who wants that? I mean, so it's for somebody, for sure.
Were you that girl at one time?
Definitely was that girl. I started when I was 24 officially. Okay. So
tell me, when you started, what made you want to get into the business? I mean, I know I ask everybody this, but it's always, everybody has a different reason.
Right. Well, I was thinking I wanted to do something for more money, because at the time I was working at a bank.
Don't we all?
I was a bank teller.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm counting all this cash, and at the end of the day, I'm just like, I need to find a way to make more of this. So I was thinking stripping. I mean, maybe escorting, but I was like, I'm just this regular girl from East LA, Willow Heights area. Like, I don't know these things, you know? Never thought porn. I never because again I was like, oh, porn, yeah, and you gotta look like a porn star, you gotta have the big boobs, the bigger than life everything. That's not me, but porn kind of found me. So.
Did it?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when it found you, I mean, is it true? Was it like a whirlwind? Like, it seems to me when you started out, you were like in porn, married somebody in porn, and it was like bang, 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 like right out.
The fucking most. But, that's just me.
And I don't want to go back in history, but I figured, well, let's touch it a little bit.
All or nothing, Like, I really felt like I needed it all. I needed
just jumped in.
Yeah. Forget dipping my toe. No. When I decided, it was all in.
Yeah. Now, did you think you made, I mean, looking back, was it the right way to get in, or would you have done something a little differently?
Oh, definitely would have done it a little differently. I wouldn't have gone that deep in, and by deep I mean like getting married at the porn convention first year in. Yeah.
Now, how was that? But getting married there? Because I was at the AVNs, and how did I miss your wedding?
Were you there in 2010?
No, actually, that's when that was.
That's when that was.
Okay, yeah, no, I was not there in 2010.
When were you there?
2012.
Ah, see.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yes.
That's how I missed the wedding.
Yes, you did. You missed him.
I forgot you were 40. That's why.
The Hustler wedding. Yes.
Is that what it was, the Hustler wedding?
Yeah, it was at the Hustler booth.
Oh, my God. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool, though.
I got married in a white Hustler shirt and garter. Big old thigh-high white boots. I was, living my best Madonna.
Pure porn.
Yeah, like a virgin.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, my veil. Yeah, it was cute. It was fun. What happens in Vegas does not stay in Vegas. But I was just kind of young and not really thinking through things.
No, hey. That sounds like a good time, though. I mean, it's a good memory.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how did it go from there? Like, what was your next thing? Okay, so you got into porn. Were you doing kind of simple porn, or were you like right into? Oh, there you go. Get the tequila down for these questions.
Yeah, you made me remember this wedding. I'm like, I don't want to forget now. Okay.
Get out those white boots, Shane. Yeah. So, did he kind of propel you into the industry? Also, did he help you, or was he kind of a hindrance?
It went from a propelling to a hindrance. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he kind of pushed you into doing some scenes and getting some, and then what, was there some backlash? Always like people are like, oh, I don't like you being in all these films. How about you stay at home and cook and clean?
No, it was more like I started getting some momentum, right?
Yeah.
Because he, propelled me, showed me who's who should I talk to, what agency I should go with, and as far as that went, it was great. It was just after a while, it was like, okay.
Yeah.
It turned a little nasty, and I'd rather not really recall that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But at least, okay, so you know where your beginnings were. And now what I would ask you next is, once you were in the industry, I saw you had a lot of different scenes. I'm going to go to a couple because there's a couple titles I always love. Every time I think of you, I see this one in my head. And it's called Jizz My Glasses.
Yay!
Some reason I just love that term.
Do it.
So tell me, what is Jizz My Glasses really about?
So...
If I had never seen it.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like, if I had never gone on the internet and looked it up, what am I expecting?
On Jizz My Glasses? You're expecting jizz on glasses.
Are you like a nerd girl and people are just coming on your eyeglasses?
I can play the nerd if that's what you want, Daddy. But, yeah, it's Evil Angel's title. Johnny Darko is the director. Okay. Evil Angel has many directors.
Yeah,
but Johnny Darko is like my guy, my go-to, and I'm his go-to, and we have. I was going to
ask you because he appears a lot in your. Okay.
Yeah. Definitely one of his top favorites. I would like to think, anyway.
Yeah, I would think so, judging from where he falls all the time.
But yeah, he probably has me in a couple of those titles, Jizz My Glasses, and I think I made the cover of a couple too. Yeah.
Yeah, you did. I saw that. And then the next one that I saw was fucked up hand jobs, which my follow-up question is always going to be, how do you fuck a hand job up?
Well, that was literally the first scene I ever did. And this
Really?
is right before I was officially in porn.
Okay.
This is in 2009.
Okay.
I am definitely a civilian. I don't know porn. I'm just
So you just started out with hand jobs first.
So how the fuck is it not a fucked up hand job? Like before that, I don't think I've ever done one before. So,
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, not like consciously doing it. Like, yeah, maybe a boyfriend here and there. I'm just like yanking it, sucking it a little bit, but
Yeah.
like never like this is how you do a fucked up to the camera. Like it was fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, how embarrassing! Erase.
Let's do that again. So yeah, that's pretty fantastic though. That's your first time on film,
Yeah.
and it was hand jobs, and then it's kind of your first time giving hand jobs.
Yeah.
So, were you tempted to suck their dicks while you were giving the hand jobs, or were you like just strictly at the hand job focused?
Absolutely wanted to stick it in my mouth. I mean, I'd rather, like be sticking it than doing something fucked up to it that I'm like, I don't want to hurt this person. Like,
Yeah.
but that's my job, and I'm trying to do a good job. So.
Awesome. Now I have to go back one space before I forget. You're working at the bank as a teller. Now I read on the internet that that's how you chose your last name.
Mm-hmm.
So that is true.
That is very true.
So
Yeah.
what, for all those of you who know, it was Chase Bank, I guess.
Yeah. So I've always been Vicki,
Yeah.
and I felt it would be weird to be called something other
Yeah.
than my name. It's not like my full name, but
Yeah.
I wanted to be Vicki, so I wanted to keep that. And Chase just kind of made sense. I was with the group of friends, and we were just talking about what possible names, and I didn't want to box myself in with a Latin name or anything. I just wanted to be myself.
Yeah.
And one of my girlfriends was like, well, why not Chase?
Oh, okay.
Like, you work at Chase Bank. Or about to. Yeah.
Vicky Money.
Yeah. And you're about to not be there, but take the name with you. And that's what I did.
Now, how long did it take you to quit after you got in the porn industry?
Oh. So I was already 9 months in when I met this person. Let's just say porn met me. And yeah, I just was like, I quit.
Good. So you didn't go into the bank one day and they're like, we saw your latest film.
Right. No, thankfully that didn't happen. Because it's pretty funny though. I remember having
I saw you in fucked up hand jobs. You were great. It must be you're counting
on
money.
the check it says a memo, a fucked up hand job.
Yes.
Cash this, deposit this, please.
Now, I'll go back in a little bit of history, and then we'll get off the subject just so we have some context for just your career.
Okay.
You were part of a showcase, which for everybody that doesn't know, those showcases are usually one director, and it's usually a video group that does them, and then
Yeah.
it's all scenes with you throughout the whole video.
It's 4 to 5 scenes.
Okay.
I'm the main character.
Main character. And is it the same character throughout it? Is it a storyline, or is it literally just...
Well, it depends what company,
Okay.
Shoots it. But like Evil Angel is gonzo, so it's very to the point.
Yeah.
With Donnie Darko directing
Okay.
the showcase. It's very glam, and there's a theme, like I think in B for Vicki, my first showcase, I had a fantasy that I was I guess this hot girl that was so hot, like basically on fire, so I need firemen to come and put the fire out. And it was a blow bang, so it was,
Okay.
hosing me down. I like
There you go.
So we made it happen.
Yeah, no, hey, that works.
Yeah.
That's a fantasy for a lot of people. So you created that, and then you did a second showcase, I guess?
Yeah, so then fast forward almost 10 years later, yeah, him and I decided to do another one. It's called Nymphomana.
Okay.
So yeah, this just happened in 2023, and in 2024 I won the award, the AVN for Best Star Showcase.
Nice.
The second time. Because
Second time.
B for Vicki, the first Star
Oh,
Showcase.
good, because I didn't have that in my notes. Okay, so you won both of them.
I won that back in 2015.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, in your career, you've had, like, we'll just do the been there, done that kind of thing. You've done the triple penetration, you've done the blow bang, the gang bang, you name it.
Mm.
Is there something that you haven't done?
Is there something that I have not done?
Or is there something that you won't do?
I'll never say never, right?
Okay.
But I guess what I haven't done, and some people like have asked, is like transsexual.
Yeah, that's
porn.
a different line.
It's a different line.
I feel that's well.
I feel like I've done it all.
That always
other
seems
than
like a.
that.
That used to be a, what would you call that? Not a touchy subject, but that used to be one that a lot of people didn't discuss. And I've noticed in all sexual communities, more people are interested in that level.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are going, and I don't know if it's because it's like the last frontier for sex, or if it's just if people are just finally owning up to it, that's what they want to experience.
Yeah, and I love it. I love the freedom of it all, because if you really just look at it for what it can be, I think it's just liberation. Like.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
And I want to embrace that.
That's pretty cool. I mean, because even I have trouble with it sometimes, and I have a friend who's very much into it, and I mean that's his go-to kink. And I said, "Don't you think you're kind of what's the word I'd use for it? Not using it as a kink, but you have it as a fetish.
Mm-hmm.
You're fetishizing a particular group of people."
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "No, it's just what I like, and they like it." And so I guess you're not fetishizing it. It's like you're answering the question yourself.
Exactly, and that's the thing, if it's not so fetishized, because it's not my fetish, but I can embrace it. You know? I can definitely embrace it in the right circumstances. I think that it could be for me, but given the right circumstances,
Yeah, it's funny. It's strange that we're on this subject. I hired a person a couple of months ago, well, about a month ago. And I did not know, and watch, I'll be canceled for this, but I'll tell you the reason. This person was very attractive. They came in, they had great photos. I mean, just gorgeous photos. I mean, they looked phenomenal. And I was in a dark room in the DJ booth late at night. I hired them, and they had told me that they were Turkish, and so I thought, oh, well, maybe that's the reason for the voice. Like, it's very, strong. It's a strong voice. It wasn't masculine, but it was strong.
Okay.
And then when they came in to work the next day, and then I was looking at their breasts, and of course everything. I'm looking at it from a gentleman's club, and I thought, wow, she's built really well. Nice chest. I mean, great features. When she came in to work the next day, they had a mini skirt on and high boots, and a long sleeve top, but lycra with a low cleavage. It immediately occurred to me what was going on.
Oh.
It was one of those chest plates that you tie like a scarf around your neck to hide like the neckline, and the breasts they're latex. They look real,
right?
And you have no clue.
That's a doll.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's a doll.
I should have used that line. And so, I had to talk to them, and it was one of the hardest conversations I've had, because I was afraid of offending them, but I had to stand our ground as far as the company goes, that biologically, either born or now, you have to be a woman to work here, or you have to physically be able to present yourself as a woman. You have to be able to wear a thong. You have to be able to wear a G-string on stage. If you can't do all this,
show your titties.
They
can't be doll titties.
Yeah, they cannot be doll titties. And I felt horrible. The whole conversation, I thought, why didn't I see this before? Mm-hmm. But then I thought I was kind of duped at the same time. And even as a gay man, I felt duped. I thought, I understand it, and I understand why there's a lot of rage out there.
Yeah.
Because you have to be honest.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to work in this atmosphere. You can't have doll boobs and a penis and tell me that you're a woman.
I'm going to find out.
Yeah, I'm going to find out quickly. And everybody else here is
100% a woman. Maybe, yes, part woman, for sure.
Yeah, just tell me so we can have an honest conversation.
Yeah.
Don't make me the bad guy. And so when I told them, that they did not take it well. That they said that was none of my business and I shouldn't have asked. And I thought, okay, well, it is my business. And it was touchy. And I felt really bad, because then I went home too and I thought, I understand what these people go through now. They live a lie, or they live under a mystery, or it's something that they can't tell the truth about because of the dangers of it.
Yeah.
So I understand why she didn't tell me the truth, or they didn't tell me the truth. But then I also understand, like, why make me the bad guy at the end of the day? Like,
I don't want to be the bad guy.
yeah, I want to be the guy that embraces it. You know, I'd love
Same.
to be the guy in the industry that has those people working for me, that everybody could find them beautiful. And
Yeah, but honesty is key, right? And as
Yeah.
long as we can be honest, which, let's be honest,
because
it's not easy to be honest a lot
Yeah.
of the times.
Well, we used to have the zoo in the basement.
Yeah, when we had Zoo, we had a transgender female, and she was beautiful. And by no means was she a man. I didn't address her as a man, didn't have a male name anymore. She got undressed. She looked fantastic. She was gorgeous. She had a great personality. If I could have her on my stage now, I think every man in this club would be perfect with it, because she's a woman now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not where we are yet, industry-wide. I think that there are still men that look at them and they're thinking, yeah, I'm not into that.
Yeah.
But then
What happened to the zoo?
Zoo, I think that, so we had another club downstairs that I had opened, and it was a kind of a pansexual, exploratory, sex-positive club. We had male dancers, female dancers. Orientation was gay, straight, bisexual.
Cool.
We had girl-on-girl stuff, in cages, men with 2 women, men with 3 women, 3 men with 1 woman. It really fulfilled every sexual
zoo.
thought that I had.
It's called the zoo?
Yeah.
I love it.
And I really did. I thought that it was having those moments that I had always wanted, sexually for myself, that I thought, God, I want to see it all. I mean, I don't know about you.
They also separated the floor.
Yeah,
So,
the floors were separate.
If you were, the idea, I mean, I feel like if we had it now, there would be, obviously when you come to the club, there's 2 doors, right? You could split those sections off. You got 1 door for the basement, 1 door for the second floor, pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
fun.
And so, I mean, the
Yeah.
second floor is the floor you see the most,
Yeah.
obviously, with the bar, the stages, and everything. That could be a regular
Club here.
club, and then
Downstairs.
downstairs could be a kind of like a more.
So you did this and it didn't work out?
No, it worked out very well, and that was the problem.
Oh.
It was working out too well.
Okay.
When we looked at our numbers, we did it right before the pandemic, and it had increased our revenue by 30%, which is drastic. If I went into any company and said, I'm going to increase your revenue by 30%, they would be like, you're hired. So it really was a great change for us. The problem that we had is we have a history in DC with this name as Archibald's, and there were men outside kissing or waiting, for their Ubers, and our clientele from Archibald's was coming out, and they were saying,
Seen this.
what the fuck is going on next, the door right next to us.
Okay.
There's 2 guys kissing, there's 2 women making out.
And what's it to you?
Yeah, well, see, that's my attitude. But then when it really hit me is I was taking an Uber, and I had to come back from the airport. And I got in the Uber, and I said, he goes, oh, you're going to Archibald's? I said, yeah. He goes, that's a gay club now. And I said, no, it's not a gay club. And he goes, oh, yeah. He's like, I drop gay people off there all the time. They have a bunch of male dancers now. I said, oh, they don't. I said, I know that for a fact. And I got out of the Uber, and I didn't think much of it. I thought maybe he's just an idiot. Then I had a customer come in and said, my cab driver kept warning me not to come here. I'm like, your cab driver? He's like, yeah, they kept saying it's a gay club, a bunch of gay guys in there. And I said, really? He goes, yeah. He said, he's like, he offered to take me to Cloakroom, if I wanted to see women. I said, okay, that's,
Yeah,
gotta-
you're losing your business.
yeah, we gotta change what's going on. Because it just, I think
when you try to mend the 2 industries together, it's going to take some time for people to get used to it, in a way.
Yeah.
Especially if you've had a club that's been one certain way for so long.
Yeah.
yeah, and I think we're getting there.
the way of the world. Yeah, slowly but surely, hopefully. But yeah.
Yeah, I think
you
we're
know
going to
what
get back there.
happens when you go too far left, you end up with
We said we weren't going to go there. No,
Let's not
no,
go
I'm kidding.
there.
No, I'm teasing. No, but you're right. And I really thought, and I talked about this at Expo and other things, that I think that we will get there. Because, and I'll ask you questions. When you go see a male review show, are you always happy that the men are just in G-strings and they never get fully naked? Don't you want to see their dicks? Don't you want to see their asshole?
Absolutely.
Don't you want to see
I want
their
that dick
balls,
to
everything else?
Everything. I want it to slip out of that thong. And
Yeah.
that's, yeah.
That's what I think. As a woman, I'd be terribly disappointed if I paid $60 to go to a show and the guy was in his underwear. What the fuck?
What is this, Vegas?
Yeah, I want to see people naked.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want
I'm
naked
at a
people.
strip club, right?
Yeah, that's right.
A real one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, let's not play around. And I paid money to see this.
Yeah.
I know that that's how I feel about all of it. So I think that we'll get back there.
Yeah.
But it really was a way to embrace the industry in a different light. That I still think, and I know people are going to take this the wrong way, but I think our industry is run by a bunch of old men, old white men.
Still.
And they really don't have their eyes on the future. And what women like you in the industry are doing and what other women are still working around these white guy rules,
Yeah.
I think you all want to break out. And
Yeah, or not abide by them, because I'm my own person and I make my own decisions. I'm my own woman and I don't need you governing my body.
Yeah, so tell me this. So
my sex.
Yeah, that's right. Now, let me ask you this. What the biggest challenges in the porn industry today, personally and professionally, what is it for you? Since we're on this subject.
Personally,
when you close that door and you go home and you think, what the fuck just happened there?
I guess for me it was the new wave of social media with the collaboration, or not the content, right? The put your camera, your tripod in your bedroom, and let everybody in.
Yeah. Okay, so
I struggled with that. I was like, wait a minute, I didn't sign up for this shit. I signed up to be a porn star on a porn set.
Okay, so there's a good question then.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of porn stars that I talk to, they always say, oh, it's the best thing to happen. I don't have to leave my house.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think there's got to be other women in the porn industry that are like, I don't want that. I just want
to
go to
leave my
work.
house. No, I'm a homebody. Don't get me twisted. I love being at home, but I like my home to be my home. My privacy, I feel like I give so much in my porn, aesthetic and who I am as Vicki Chase on set. I give it my all, and I just stand by it.
Don't you want to just go home and masturbate alone?
Exactly. I don't want to have to put my tripod on. Do it for you. This is for me.
Yeah.
But I'm also very grateful because oh my God, through the pandemic, that was it kept the lights on. It kept everything on.
I was going to ask you. You did it because you had to do it.
Yeah.
And I think people are struggling with that now afterwards, that they still think that's the key. Mm-hmm. And I can't speak for women on that side because I don't really know. But I would have to think that seems like such a chain that all of a sudden now you might be in control of your own business, but that's a lot to handle now.
It is, okay? And I am finally embracing all of myself, knowing that, I'm not a producer like that. I'm not, somebody that shoots and directs porn yet. It's a nice way to learn some things and be more about your business, but it's a lot to handle. It's very overwhelming. I'm somebody that didn't know I had ADHD until my therapist, what's going on? I can't, keep it together. And it's 38-year-old woman being told she has ADHD. I'm like, no fucking wonder I can't keep up with these fucking hoes. I go to set, they tell me what I gotta do.
That's the same line I use.
And I love to suck the dick. I go hyper focus on that shit. I can do that like a super fucking hero. That's all I gotta concentrate on.
Cross-eyed.
But if I have to have control of everything, paperwork, camera angles, content editing, you know. And I also am a perfectionist, like, because I do porn, like, I'm used to the nice polished porn sex, so it was a lot to get used to. I feel like I'm finally embracing it, but God, it was
Don't
rough.
mind my yawning. I yawn all the time.
It was so
You're not boring me at all.
no, you're good.
So
am
now,
boring.
but that would be your big problem is the home stuff. So what's the best thing about being in porn?
The best thing about being in porn is that I can be my sexual heroic self, you know. Like, I feel like that's one of the things that I know I do very well, because
Yeah.
I really truly enjoy
Now,
it.
do you feel like you're saying that when you're at home and you're having sex with somebody, are they like, oh, I saw you do this in a video, like, why don't you do that to me?
Because the
Or-
camera is not on and the director's not telling me that I'm doing amazing and or directing me to move or doing, you know, like, so.
Now, do people ask stuff like that, or are they?
No. I mean, I guess, you know, like bedroom.
Now, how different are you sexually from the set to home?
It just depends on my mood. Like,
Yeah.
if I have some tequila in me, you're gonna get the Vicki chase that you see on the videos. If I
Oh.
don't have tequila in me and I'm just kind of like doing it because I feel nice, because you want to, but I'm not really into it, then you're gonna get the dead fish Vicki. Maybe the one that like can clench really good, you know, because I got good Kegels. I'm gonna still make that pussy work, but I'm gonna be more on the
On the low side.
low side.
Yeah.
You know?
I get
not
it.
the theatrics, not the
Not
the
yelling
live-
and
the
woo.
no, exactly.
No, understandable, because I always wonder what the expectations are from people, you know, because, you know, do your partners watch your videos and they're like, damn, I've never seen her do that. Or,
Oh yeah, like, can I watch one of your porn videos while we fuck? Of course. Absolutely.
it's funny, I heard a story, that's good. Well, I can tell because I don't think Katie would mind. Katie Holmes, Katie Holmes.
I was about to say.
Why did I say
Miss
Katie
Kate
Holmes?
Holmes. She does porn now.
Yeah, she dropped everything. She went to porn. She dropped out of mainstream. Katie Morgan.
Yeah.
She told me the story of she was having sex. Shane, you might remember it. She was having sex with somebody while they were watching them have sex from their first porn video they ever made.
Ha.
And Evan said something about, you know the video we're watching, and she looked up and was like, oh my God, it's the video of us fucking. And he was like, yeah, we're fucking to the video of us fucking.
Hot.
Yeah, I thought, oh, that's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to try that at home.
Yeah. Shoot it and then like
Yeah.
watch it and go again.
So I think there's a lot of those moments, I guess, in the porn industry that a lot of other people wouldn't understand. That those are those funny things that, like, people, normal go to work every day in an office. They don't have good stories like that.
No, but there's some people that want to have good stories like that, right?
Yeah.
So they do have that, like, okay, honey, let's do a home video.
Okay, so that gives me a good segue to this other question I was going to ask later, but I think this is probably the best position for it.
Positions.
So sex in porn, is it just sex in porn, or can it portray like other forms of intimacy for people outside, like just to look at porn and be like, you know, we should try that?
Mm-hmm.
Or does it give you some engagement later, or is porn just really like people on the internet jerking off to get off, and then the porn goes off? Like, do we really look at those download times and it's like 3 minutes and 30 seconds, 3 minutes 40
Just
seconds?
depends who's watching it, right? Like, who's watching it? Like, how old are you?
Yeah.
You know, like,
That's the next question. But I do think, like what you just said, is some people can watch this stuff and be like, you know what, let's try that at home and see if it works.
yeah.
Can porn be therapeutic?
Absolutely. I know when I was still civilian and I had a boyfriend at the time who's putting on the porn for me to watch, and I'm trying not to get jealous, and by actually being busy on him helped.
Yeah.
I wasn't really interested in watching the video too
Yeah.
much, because I was like, let me try to like have you pay attention to me. 'Cause
Yeah.
you know. But I can see how it could be a very sexy way of like educating yourself and like having an open space, a conversation with your partner about what you like or would like.
Yeah. Or maybe it just
For
shows you stuff
sure.
you've never seen.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh.
it's bad when you're like, okay, this
I'll
is how.
put my head in the washing machine. I've
Yeah,
seen that video.
I want to smack this person I just met. Like, I want to choke her out. This is how I saw it in the video. Like,
That's right.
No.
I'm still on that washing machine kick. Every time I see that on porn, I'm like,
Really?
how is that interesting? Like sticking your girlfriend's head in the washer or in the dryer.
I've done that porn, I'm sure. Yeah.
I'm like, I'd rather you just do the laundry and then we can have sex.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that, I mean, I guess porn can be positive in many ways.
It can. You just have to very much beware that, it is for entertainment unless it's labeled for education. But
Yeah, for education, learning experience.
But I do have a video, now that I remember, where I was instructing a how-to blowjob.
Okay. Oh, because you are an oralist queen.
Yes, if I don't mind saying so myself. Yes, orgasmic oralist. God, I won that for XRCO Awards like so many times in a row that they actually name the award itself from orgasmic oralist to the Vicki Chase Award.
Are you serious?
100%.
That's fantastic.
I feel bad for all the girls, that have to win that award now, and it's like, oh, it says Vicki Chase in my
That's the best. I'm going to remember that. I have to actually write that down because I have to look that up because I need a picture of that.
Yes, many of those awards. AVNs. I just won a fanny for the Exotica, actually.
Oh, really?
They just had the fanny
Oh, yeah,
award,
yeah, yeah.
the fannies. You're
I
looking
did
at
see that.
Thirsty Girl,
You're a thirsty girl.
which is the blowjob award.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I did not
one.
know that.
Yeah, thank you, Exotica.
God, that's like the hungry girl.
I know, the thirsty girl, the hungry girl. I would have taken the hungry girl, too.
The hungry girl.
I eat dicks.
Oh, man. So you also have another fun title. You are an international porn star.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that because you were in, South Africa?
Oh, my God. So many moons ago. But yes,
Yeah.
South Africa.
Now, what brought you there? I mean, because I wouldn't think Johannesburg is like the center for porn.
I went twice. But Sexpo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me, what is that?
It's basically like an Exotica, an expo. Sex, education is actually
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Back to porn being
legit
educational.
sex education in there, and porn stars as well. So
Really?
some porn stars, not all.
That's
the
pretty
porn
cool,
stars, like,
though.
in the U.S., but like I was there. Tanya Tate, Jada Stevens one
I
year.
love her.
Who else went with us? Bonnie Rotten, I think, went with us one year.
These are all women I really like.
Yeah,
You're
it
in a
was
good
fun.
group.
They take us to a safari, to these, sanctuaries, and there I am feeding tigers, and
Yeah.
like just being with nature.
Where the tiger's like, a porn star's feeding me.
Yes, literally, like through the gate, it's licking every piece of that chicken and then some. My hand was actually okay. I wasn't harmed, but I was nervous there for a second.
So what is Vicki Chase's plan now? I mean, I know you just did some more videos. You've got videos coming out.
I do. I actually have a couple scenes for Vixen. One is Vixen. I'm very happy and proud to say that, yes, at 40, I shot possibly my last Vixen scene.
Really?
Because Vixen is, very young, fresh,
Yeah.
girl site. So I shot a Vixen and I shot a Tushy, and those should be coming out this year.
Now, does Vixen still do, just because I'm not sure, do they still do all that polished rollout, like, the videos come in these really cool DVD packs?
Oh, yeah.
Those are super cool.
Yeah, I have a few here, actually.
Yeah, they do a nice job.
They really do. It's like...
I mean, it looks like high quality. You get it, and
It's very high quality. That's like cinema. It's porn cinema. You're watching a movie that can turn into like a
Yeah.
whole movie if it wanted to, but it's about the sex.
Now,
So-
do you have merchandise also? Did you get into the T-shirt business yet?
Yes, I have my
thank
T-shirt line. Tacos any day.
You know I need to get one of those.
Tacos any day. I know I should have brought you some. So tacos any day, and even have a sweatshirt that says airtight. If you know, you know. I should have put that in the back. If you know, you know. But yeah.
We'll have to talk about that. I'm gonna make you send me one so I can wear it online.
All right, and you got it.
I meant to ask you because I kept thinking, I wonder if she has T-shirts.
Yeah.
Because usually I collect them all from you guys.
Okay.
And then I wear them on different podcasts.
Cool.
Just to
Taco
have
any?
them.
You like tacos?
Yeah.
All right. Well, taco any day. So I also have a YouTube channel that I make tacos with porn stars and special guests.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. So so who's been your best guest on there?
My best guess? Gosh, you're gonna put me on a spot. I mean, I wouldn't say the best, but like some fun, memorable ones. Would be Nicole Doshi, who I love, my Chinese porn star.
Yeah, I was just saying she's Chinese.
She's Chinese, and we made a Chinese-inspired taco. I've had Violet Myers.
Okay.
Who's also Latina, half Mexican, I believe, and half something else. And we made some birria tacos on that episode. I've had Brandy Love.
Yeah, I love her too.
Love Brandy Love.
It's been a while since I've seen her.
Oh my God, she's incredible.
She's a great MILF.
She is the greatest.
She
one
embraced
of
it.
the greatest milfs. Oh yeah, absolutely. With that hard body.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like,
Every time
that
I
is-
see her, I cannot believe I shouldn't say how old she is. I cannot believe her age and how good she looks.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Such a nice lady, and yeah,
She's super sweet.
fun, super sweet guest. I've had Johnny Darko.
Okay.
Yeah, and I also like to go like.
Can I come make tacos with you?
Please.
Okay.
What kind of tacos do you like?
You know what? I like tongue. Believe it or not.
Lengua.
Yes.
Yes. Oh
I know.
my God,
I
don't
was talking about the
sleep
oddest thing
on the
for this
lengua.
podcast, but those are my favorite
So good.
because I
So
never see
tender.
anywhere else.
Lime.
Yeah.
Green
So when
salsa.
Someone has that on a menu. I don't even look any further. I'm like, that's it.
Give me the tongue.
Yeah. I didn't even plan that one, but it's very easy. That and I like anything that is not normal that I don't get in run of the mill.
Okay.
Like if it's organ meat of some sort or anything.
Tripas.
Yeah, anything
It's
different.
like intestines, which
Yeah.
is kind of gross to think about, but it's actually pretty tasty.
No, it's really
They're-
good.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. Anything I'm not going to make at home,
Mm-hmm.
or that I'm not going to get somewhere
Right.
basic.
Yeah.
If somebody does it correctly, I'll
A mole taco.
give it a try.
Yeah.
The only thing I really don't like is I don't know, anything with chicken is kind of boring to me.
It's a boring Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, I mean tacos should be fun.
they should be. Yeah.
I mean I always feel like since your heritage is Mexican,
Yes.
which I know you're.
People are like, no, she's Asian.
Yeah, everyone else thinks you're Asian all the time, which it just crushes me. But if you were having tacos, not to break this down so little, what would your parents make?
At home, probably the crunchy ones. You know, they're like just deep fried in oil.
I was gonna ask those. Okay, you never see those.
Okay, yeah.
There was a place in Pittsburgh that they were authentic Mexican restaurant, and their tacos, it looked like they had wet them,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Oh, vapor, yeah.
Yeah, like
The
cinched them up
vapor,
almost.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh, those were the best. I've never had them anywhere else. I don't know.
South the border. in
Yeah,
the
that's-
stands? Yeah.
That's where you see them.
Yeah.
But I've never seen another restaurant do them here.
Yeah. It's not very common.
Those are great.
Mm-hmm. You should
Yeah.
make some of those next time.
Okay, maybe I'll do one with you.
Some vapor, some vapor tacos.
What else can I ask you about? I have a couple other things. I have some. So, now you live in LA.
Yeah.
Do you plan on staying in LA?
I would like to. I was born and raised in Los Angeles.
Because everyone seems to be moving to Vegas.
Yeah. You
Not a
know,
Vegas queen yet.
No, it's too deserty for me. Like I still like want to see some greenery. Like I come here and I'm like, oh my God, it's so green.
I know.
love that.
DC is great for that.
It's beautiful. But I love California because you can get some of that green. It's not as much, but you get some of that, the ocean with the mountains, and there's just so much
Yeah.
in California.
Yeah, I don't know why. DC always reminds me. I mean, I have a fondness or a love for Paris, and every time I'm home here,
Mm-hmm.
every so often I get like that feeling of just that provincial kind of, oh, it's so nice, and
It
there's
is.
parks, and there's
It's lovely
walkways,
out
and
here.
monuments, and
Yeah. It's
And you
like
know, if
you
you're running
feel
into
like you're
tourists.
somewhere special. Like I'm
Yeah.
touching down, like I'm seeing all these beautiful monumental buildings, and like I'm just like, wow, I don't even know what that is, but it looks like legit.
Yeah.
you
Well,
know?
tomorrow we'll walk around if
Mhm.
there aren't a bunch of protests going on as usual.
Okay.
See, we'll make a segue again. No, lately that's all we've had. Every weekend, protest. And the Galaxy and I, we were walking to lunch, and we'll go to Old Epic Grill tomorrow. And we were walking, and they had like the big chain link fences up, and then they had like the barriers up, and then they had the bike fences up. And I thought, Jesus Christ, the White House already has like a 20-foot fence up. Like, how many more barriers do you need to protect this guy? Like, I think the fence is sufficient.
Even live there, right? Isn't he
He's
from-
not even there on the weekends.
Oh.
So, like, I don't know why they had
Stop golfing over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over there.
I said, why disrupt the whole city? Just let them protest. You don't have to barricade everything. I mean,
How annoying is that? I live in downtown LA, so I know how annoying it can be when there's...
yeah, there's just every weekend we have something going on. But it's the city's great for a lot of things. The weather's been perfect. I think we'll have good weather for your shows because if it rains here,
Yay.
it's quiet. I wanted to ask you a couple other questions, but I really can't remember much more that I wanted. I mean, I know that everyone's heard all your sex stuff.
Yeah, it's all out there. I feel like sometimes like I'm on a record, like
Yeah, and that's why I don't
it's
discuss
boring.
it.
I've said this so many fucking times, but I'm just an honest girl, like
Yeah.
maybe, but I should work on like
No,
I don't know,
but
jizzing it up a little bit.
I would ask you this: is there something that you just have on your chest that's just like needs to come off, or like do you have something that you want to say or a shout out where it's like you have like a little byline that's like Vicki Chase said this?
Vicki Chase said, "Live and let live. Mind your fucking business, and fuck everything. But be very, very safe and kind, and love yourself, so that way you can love properly."
That's a good closure, and that made me think of the one thing you did say.
What's that?
The advice that I was going to ask you, what would you give somebody in the industry, or that was getting into the industry, and you said, you better love to fuck.
You better love to fuck, okay? If you don't love to fuck and you're just doing it for the money, you're going to crash and burn real fucking quick.
Yeah. Now, do you think I'm going to close it with this? Are you ever going to get tired of it when you say, like, okay, I fucked enough. I just want to go home and masturbate.
Probably not, but I got
Good.
a flashlight now, so
Do you?
know, yes,
God.
please, flashlight.
Shane?
That's right.
You turn him straight, man.
Okay, get my flashlight.
Yeah, you know what? They're the only reason I sometimes consider being bisexual again. Where I think, I'm surrounded by all these beautiful fucking women, and I just... It's a shame. But then I'd just be one of those other club guys that like, I want to bang the features.
Imagine we all had our vaginas molded,
Yeah.
You could just, it's a little sock for your
I'll take a look.
junk,
I'll
for
take
your
I'll take a
dick.
look at your plastic vagina.
Take a look at it, please.
Or your latex vagina, not plastic.
Show the love.
Your silicone vagina, excuse me, the right material. Your silicone vagina.
My doll vagina.
Your doll vagina. I'll call that person and see if they need one. That'll be my public servants.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I think we touched on a lot of topics today, and I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you being patient, letting me get you back here. It's been a while
absolutely.
coming. I've just had a long list of women that I needed to placate before they were up my ass, literally.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, you're patient enough. You'll hold out. And
I ain't going nowhere.
I'm so glad.
I'm here.
So
I'm here.
let's have a good time.
Yeah.
I look forward to your shows tonight. I'll let you get back and rest. And then you and I'll play around tomorrow, and then we'll have some more shows.
Wee.
All right. Vicki, thanks so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
All right.